Fill her up.
You're listening to the Gas Digital Network.
We have breaking news. Zia Anderson and Naeem Ali are here to report. A gruesome discovery inside of a U-Haul truck. A man murdered and stuffed into a trash bin. Police are on the scene of an early morning shooting where they say a man has died.
Trying to piece together the who, why, and how in this homicide investigation.
Hey, and we're back.
We're back with more crime.
With more crime here at True Dat. We did it.
We did it. Welcome
you guys
back
survived. You guys weren't foiled by all the criminals and murderers out there.
Doesn't learning about this stuff make you look at the world completely differently now?
Yes.
Where you're like, there's danger everywhere.
Yes, there could always be somebody trying to kill you.
Yeah. Or steal for just something, anything.
Anything. Steal your identity. Fucking touch your ass. What? Sometimes people just want to touch your ass real quick.
People rub up against you in the subway.
Yep, just rub up against you. Brush up against a titty. You see what I'm saying? That's crazy.
I'm over here brushing these freaking titties up against stuff all the time without meaning to. You think at this point I would be used to how big they are, but there are still times where I'm like, oh shit, I just knocked something over with these. Jesus.
Oh yeah, I'm telling you right now, if your titty ever brushes up against any guy, he thinks you want to fuck him on the spot.
It's an accident.
I tell my friends that all the time. I'm like, yo, sometimes they don't know what their titties is touching, bruh. Sometimes they just don't be knowing.
Sometimes you can't tell what it's touching.
Yes, but every time it happens, every guy's like, yo, did you see that? Her fucking titty touching. He's like, yo, chill.
I love so much that every time we didn't even get into the episode and we're already talking about titty touching.
Hell yeah.
How did we get here? I love
tangents.
It so
That's
much.
how tangents. That's what we do here.
Welcome to True Dat, the show, the podcast of tangents. I'm Zia.
I'm Naeem Ali.
Hell yeah. Speaking of tangents, I feel like today's episode. I'm so excited to talk about this because I literally I didn't watch the full 5-hour series on YouTube, but I watched probably 3 hours on this.
Yeah.
We're talking about the Yuba County Five.
Yuba County Five. You want to talk about mysteries?
50 years, they still don't know what happened.
They don't know what the fuck happened.
50 years.
Yes.
One guy's still missing.
Yes.
They never even found his
body. Nothing.
Or he's alive. He's probably not alive. I don't know. But
I doubt it.
I doubt it too. So the Yuba County Five, for people who don't know, it consists of these 5 men, obviously from Yuba County. Jack Hewitt, Ted Weir, Jack Madruga, Bill Sterling, and Gary Mathias. And this is the trippiest chain of events I think I have ever gone down the rabbit hole with.
It makes no sense. Something that seemed like a completely just fun time, innocent night. How the fuck does it turn into this?
So they drove from, I always forget where they drove from. I know that they were going to Chico though, right?
Yeah. Wait, were they all special needs?
So that's the thing. A lot of them were special needs.
Yeah, weren't they special needs or something?
Except for Gary Mathias. Yeah. He was in the military. He was schizophrenic.
Yeah.
But he was medicated.
Right.
I know schizophrenic people, or one schizophrenic person, who, when he would go off his medication, he was a completely different person.
Yeah, for sure.
It's the craziest thing.
Yeah.
He thought aliens were coming up out of the ground to spill his brains when he wasn't on his medication. Yeah. So he would be on medication. How they even found out he was schizophrenic is he burned down his room and then took off. And then he was homeless for a while. And eventually his parents found him, got him help, got him on medication. You know, I think they were well off, so they got him a house. And as long as he was on medication, he was fine. He was just kind of this chill dude. He loved to make pottery. He smoked some weed and liked to surf. But every once in a while, he would get it in his head that he was better. that he was fine.
Right, so he didn't have to take his medicine.
He didn't have to take his medication anymore. He would go off his meds. And then he would be freaking out in his house, doors locked, windows shut, going on and on about the people that were coming out of the ground.
Well, first, he shouldn't have been smoking weed.
No, that
Weed
can
is
cause
bad.
it.
Yeah, weed can cause people to fucking go schizophrenic. My best friend, my homie Swizzy, his older brother Rob is schizophrenic. Shit. And Rob was just a normal, cool, like, guy. Like I think when I was 11, he probably was like 16 or 17. He played basketball, got girls, just cool kid. And then one day he just fucking, it was like he was schizophrenic. It was like one day, like when because he was in college, so he probably was 18 or 19. And I remember I walked into Swizzy's house and Rob was standing at the doorway to the kitchen, like holding the walls and holding the ceiling, like, and he was freaking out, like basically saying that he had to stop the house from falling down. Whoa. So he was running like every doorway, like trying to hold up the doorways, saying he had to stop the house from falling down. Like Whoa. He was dead. Like, and he smoked a lot of fucking weed.
Well, it doesn't. Well, I read it doesn't cause it, but it sets it
trigger
off.
It yeah, like for people, for people that already like have it in
yes,
them, it like triggers it to like come on.
I think that's what happened to the guy I know too. Same thing. It was he was smoking weed. He was like in his early 20s, I want to say, and I guess that's usually when it manifests. Yeah. It's so wild how our brains can just be ticking fucking time bombs.
Yes, right. And it can just fucking, some can just fucking snap.
And it's not even just that, like aneurysms. You can have an aneurysm and just die.
Yes, my mom had one in 2021. Oh. My mom had an aneurysm, and then but the aneurysm caused her to have a stroke.
Holy shit.
Hell yeah, that shit was crazy.
It's amazing that she lived, to be honest with you.
That's what everybody kept saying.
Yeah.
That's what the doctor said. Because she's older, too. She's like 75
Wow, I'm glad she's okay. I mean, alive, you know? Like, having a stroke obviously isn't...
And she fully recovered. She's not even, like, fucking retarded.
I mean...
Not to say it like that.
Well, no, because it does.
But she's not. She's a normal lady. She's not even fucked up.
My Auntie Becky, too, she had 3. She had 3 aneurysms.
What?
The fact that she's alive is a goddamn miracle.
That's fucking crazy.
2 of them burst. The other one, the doctors went in, did brain surgery, and coiled it. Mm-hmm. So they put a coil in it so it doesn't burst.
Yep. Yeah, because my mom had another one, and they coiled it. So when she had the stroke and they did the surgery, they saw that she had another one.
Holy shit!
And they coiled that one before it burst.
That's amazing.
Yes. Hell yeah. That's fucking crazy.
Yeah, and she's still alive. She had to go through a lot of
it's a lot of therapy
to be able to use her hands again. Yep. Like she couldn't use her hands. Mm-hmm. It was a lot of crazy stuff. Speech was hard, but
yeah.
Absolutely. But then there was this kid I went to high school with who was a good friend of my cousin's, and his brother, I think he was 17, had an aneurysm and he died.
Yeah, it can happen at any age to anybody.
So insane.
That's why you can't even really be thinking about shit too much.
No, you can't. This is why I know we're doing this, and then our brain goes off in its tangents, and we're like, you could just die.
You can't even think about shit too much.
If there's any hypochondriacs in the chat or people watching, I'm sorry.
Yeah.
We're about to make it so much worse.
Yep.
So the Yuba County Five, all these kids had special needs except for the Gary Mathias, who was schizophrenic. Mm-hmm. He was in the military. The rest of them, though, it was like to varying degrees. Mm. So it's interesting, too, because I guess there was a lot of misinformation about it. Like, they were straight up, and this is going to be insensitive.
They don't look retarded.
I was just going to say, they don't. And they straight up, like, back in the day when this happened, were just calling them retarded. Like, 5 retarded people go missing. Like, they were just in headlines.
Damn, 5. Hey, guys. 5 retarded. Hey.
Literally.
Extra, read all about it. 5 retards went missing in the forest in the snow.
Straight up. That's what they were doing.
Damn, that's crazy. But you know what, though? Sometimes it's all right to say that. Sometimes. Because you know what? If somebody describes it to you like that, I think that helps you form a more realistic thought of what you're looking for. Well,
that's true. There's also the idea that we just decide, this always trips me out, that we just decide, hey, this word is offensive, even though that was the word that was originally used to describe this particular thing.
Yes.
Why do one day we just go, that's no good anymore?
Yeah.
We can't say that. Why?
Right.
We assign the word meaning. That's how words work.
Yeah, especially if you're using it properly.
Right. It's interesting.
Yes. I remember when I first got divorced, I was at work. And I kept complaining to the same old head in the accounting department. His name was Otis. He was an older African man. And every day I would come into work and complain and complain. Oh, I miss my wife. Oh, we just got divorced. What am I even doing with my life? And then one day he was like, yo, listen, man. He was like, you retarded. I'm like, what? He's like, you are retarded. He was like, you come in here every day and you say the same thing, the same pattern of conversation, everything. He's like, your brain is stuck. It's stuck in the past time. He's like, so you're retarded. I'm like, damn. But I needed to hear that in that moment. I was like, yo, he right. I got to stop talking about this shit every day.
He needed to give you a wake-up call.
Yes.
And sometimes it takes harsh language to do that. You got to be like, hey, you're being a fucking retard. Get your shit together.
Sometimes if you tell a retarded motherfucker that they retarded, they going to wake up out of it and then be normal. You got to tell them.
I think it's one of those words that we just decided was offensive for no. I mean, maybe there's a real reason. I don't know, but
because kids started having fun with it. Everything kids have fun with, we're like, nope, now nobody can say it. It's like, come on, yo, the fuck?
Yes, like when kids would always go suck it.
Yeah,
like that was like a big thing.
Oh yeah, that was outlawed when I was in middle school. They were like, you get suspended immediately.
Teachers were not cool with any of that. We're just like, just stop it. Who cares? Just
it came from wrestling. We're having fun. Wrestling. Yeah.
Ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, children of all ages, D-Generation X proudly brings to you the tag team champions of the world. The Raw Dog Jesse James, the badass Billy Gunn, the new age outlaws. Anyway, sorry. I'm obsessed. So, yeah. These guys were all, but it was to varying degrees. So during the interviews with the family, so there's like, they did a Netflix documentary, and then there are people on YouTube who have done like crazy deep dives into this. The families are talking about them. I mean, obviously they could drive.
Yes.
Because they were going down to a basketball game.
Yeah.
So, and they were really excited about this basketball game. So to me, it reads like some of them might have been autistic to certain levels, or like Asperger's. Like it was different.
So not fully.
No, not like
handicapped,
drooling.
retarded.
Yeah, like,
but like just kind of weird, kind of odd thinkers.
Yeah, like one of them had they were saying that, you know, it couldn't have been him because he couldn't talk on the phone, but he would talk on the phone. He had a girlfriend that he would talk to on the phone. Yeah, like stuff like that. And they could all talk. Literally, it was Jack Madruga's car, right? He was the one that owned the car. And he could drive. Like, he knew how to drive. And this was a drive that they made many, many times. Right. They went to Chico. They had gone back and forth. It's not something that they hadn't done before.
And so were they just friends?
They were just friends. They became friends it was like part of a group. Where
that's
basically
what I
they put, it was like a bunch of special needs people that they put together.
They should have gave him a chaperone.
They should have.
You got to chaperone these people. You can't just have them fucking going doing things by themselves.
But the crazy thing is they had been for so long. They were all in their 20s.
But until this happens.
True.
You see what I'm saying?
True.
You thought it was okay. You letting these people roam off and do their own thing out in the world. But you need a guy there with a sound mind that's like, hey, guys, we're not making any detours.
But here's the thing. This is what tripped me out so much about it. Why the detour?
That's what I don't understand. Yeah, I don't get it. I don't understand that.
They went 70 miles up a mountain.
Yes. And I would like to think that because they were special needs, maybe they got lost.
That's what is. There's so many theories. So they're obviously their families knew immediately that they didn't come home the next day. Yes. Which was weird because they were always going to be home. They had their own basketball game that day that they were all excited about. Yeah. They had their clothes laid out on their beds. They had the basketball clothes laid out on their beds. And the parents went to the police, and the police were like, well, there's not really anything we can do because it needs to be, 24 or 48 hours for missing persons, right? And they're like, these are fully grown adults. But they're like, no, they have special needs.
Yeah, but they have special needs, sir.
But they still wouldn't start looking for them for a while. But the whole thing, like, say you even get lost on a drive that you already know. 70 miles up a mountain, and then they got out of the car that was still running.
Yep, the car was still running.
They could still, there was nothing wrong with the car. And then they started walking 20 miles into the forest in the snow. Like, it's so bizarre.
Yes, but also special needs. You see what I'm saying? You never know what these guys are going to do.
I find it so hard to believe because they knew they stopped at the store. They can buy themselves stuff. They can drive.
True.
Like that's what's tripping me out about it. Like I can't wrap my head
Well,
around
you know what
it.
I like to think, and hey, some people are gonna say, Naeem, you're always doing this. I don't give a fuck. I don't give a fuck. This is what I like to think. Aliens. You see what I'm saying? Aliens, yo, sometimes they just pick a nigga up and then drop him off anywhere. They just pick you up and then you was in your car driving. And then next thing you know, your car is 70 miles away from where you was driving at, and you 20 miles away from your car. You're like, how the fuck? Why the fuck y'all? Why y'all took me from? They just be dropping people anywhere. I'm telling you.
Look, I'm gonna be honest with you, Naeem. 100%. That makes more sense to me than anything that could have happened.
That's what I'm saying. Aliens be doing that shit, yo. Like this. Listen, I don't even mind that they abducting people. Abduct whoever you want. Y'all smarter than us. That's the chain of command. It don't matter.
Yeah, we're animals to them.
We're animals to y'all. But at least put us back where the fuck y'all found us. Put me back where the fuck y'all found me at. They pick you up in New York and drop you off in Oakland.
Imagine
like, how the fuck I get in Oakland?
Yes.
Like, how the fuck I never even been to Oakland before. Now I'm in. I gotta figure out how to get back from Oakland to New York. You know how much money that costs?
That's a lot
crazy.
of money. That's a lot of money. Yeah, that's so freaking hilarious. You just wake up somewhere and you're like, how did I get here? What did I do?
Here?
Aliens, obviously.
Alien. Or they drop you off in the middle of a fucking blizzard.
And then you just get frostbite and die.
Like, what the fuck?
Because there's so many things about this case that are so bizarre and don't make sense that to me, I'm like, yeah, sure, aliens dropped him off some. Because why?
It makes no sense.
Why were they literally, when they were doing the search party, right, to find these guys, they were, I guess the dad or someone brought up, hey, you should check the the forestry cabins. Right. And they were like, no, there's no way they could have made it that far. It was 20 miles from there. They should have checked anyway.
Yes.
Idiots.
Should have checked.
But they were 20 miles from the car. And it's literally, there's a map where it's showing from where the car was to where the cabins were and the bodies that were found along the way.
Yeah.
Right? So there was Jack Madruga's body and Bill Sterling's body in different places along the way. And then Jack Hewitt's was the closest. But somebody made it to the cabin with Ted Weir. And that's where he died.
Yes.
But by judging, because he was clean shaven, judging by the growth on his beard, coroners clocked him for surviving in that cabin for about 70 days.
Damn, that's crazy.
Yeah, to 90. 70 to 90 days.
So they stopped, got out the car, and then were just just playing Survivor?
Yeah. And that's the crazy thing. So they got up there, and there's things to explain this. You know, the guy on YouTube was talking about it, but because it was one of those forestry cabins, it had heat. There was a propane tank to heat it.
Yeah.
And there was food. And they ate some of the cans of food.
Yeah.
Because there was a can opener and some of the cans were open.
Right.
Gary Mathias, his shoes were left in the cabin. And Ted Weir, where his body was, his emaciated body, he had gone down to 120 pounds.
Yeah.
They had someone wrapped him in a sheet. They were taking care of him.
Right.
Dude,
What the fuck?
This one fucked me up.
Maybe they were getting hunted.
But that's okay. So
Because then wasn't there some other guy that was stuck up there?
There was a town bully that people bring up. That they thought maybe somehow forced them to go up there and walked him out.
I can see that. Now that is plausible.
Right? Because why else would they do all that?
Yes. And some special needs people would get freaked out.
Yeah, if he scared them, if they had a gun or something.
Yes, they would get freaked out and just run and fucking be lost in the wilderness. Damn, that's fucked up. It probably was that. It could have been that. It's either that or alien, bully or aliens.
It's got to be one of the two because it can't just be that they got lost. They were interviewing this one guy, and I forget exactly who he was. But he was basically saying, I just think it was one bad decision after another. They just kept making bad decisions.
I mean, yeah, and that's now you're going back to the first thing that I said, which is special needs.
Yeah.
But yes, it could have been just a series of bad decisions. This guy says, hey, I want some fucking applesauce. And then they fucking...
That's what your go-to. Special needs people love applesauce.
They love applesauce. So then they stop maybe the snow is applesauce. And then they get out and then they start eating snow. Then it's snowing so hard and they walk so far that they I can't even see the fucking car. But now we got unlimited applesauce because now they just eating more snow. And this is a bunch of random special needs decisions.
They were just this is a great place to stop.
Great place to stop. Great place to walk.
But see, I don't know, because they kept talking about how they were so excited for their basketball game the next day. Like, that was their thing.
Yeah,
like, they were like,
before
we gotta
they
be
drove
home,
70 miles away.
Yeah, like, that's just what's so crazy about it. The other theory is that the guy, Gary Mathias, was the one that did something to them.
Okay.
So one of the
schizophrenic soldier?
Yeah, the schizophrenic soldier. The Mathias family thinks that was my initial thought. I was like, well, if he was the only one that wasn't special needs.
Yeah, he's functional enough to drive.
Well, Jack Madruga was driving. He wouldn't let anyone drive his car.
Yeah.
That's what's so weird about it. But maybe he could have forced them to do it, or convinced them if they trusted him as their friend. Because his body was never found.
Yeah.
And one of the sisters of one of the family members swore that she saw him in a bar after all of that happened.
He could have killed all of them.
That's another theory.
Or forced them out anyway and made them fucking survive on their own.
But then why was he taking care of Ted if all the other guys died on the way to the cabin and then he left his shoes?
You know what? Maybe it's a mix of these things. Maybe, boom, alien abduction, dropped off 70 miles away. But then they actually drop you off 20 miles away from the car. Then the bully comes, and then you're like, what the fuck? Now you're running, hiding out in the cabin. Some people fucking leave and get lost in the wilderness and starve to death. Then you fucking a series of bad special needs fucking decisions, you know? Then after that, okay, why did you survive in this cabin? Because you went outside because you wanted applesauce. You see what I'm saying? Boom. It could be all of those things could have happened.
The applesauce is the thing that ties it all together.
Applesauce ties it all
obviously,
together.
Yes. I mean, it could be a combination of things. It could be that like the town bully did chase them and they got scared, and the adrenaline and them being scared caused them to go off course.
Yes.
And then, get out, or they drove them up there and were like, you better not come back. And they really were scared. So they went out and didn't. So the bodies that they found along the way obviously succumbed to the elements, right? Like when they found, God, I think it was Jack Hewitt's body, they picked up his shirt and his spinal bone like fell out of it.
Jesus Christ.
Yeah, like it was a full-on skeleton.
Yeah. Well, yeah, I mean, you start decomposing and shit, I guess.
I would have thought that the
From the cold,
would have kept them frozen. Yeah, but I guess not. But they didn't find them until months later.
Yeah.
You know what's so fucked up? When they were searching, because they were doing search parties, right, with the families and everything, at least Ted was alive in the cabin, because he was alive during a lot of the times they were searching. They could have found him. Damn,
right. So close, but so far.
Yeah. Imagine they're just lying there starving to death while they're looking for you.
Right.
And some sheriff is like, no, they wouldn't have made it that far.
Yeah.
Fuck you.
Damn, and they're like 3 miles away from where you are, fucking starving to death. And see, you know what's so crazy about that type of shit? It's almost like, yo, you got to just keep walking, bruh.
Well, but they were getting like, I think that his feet were like eaten away from frostbite and shit. None of them were dressed for it. Gary was wearing Converse.
Yeah, that's not built for a blizzard.
No, they were going to a gymnasium.
But you can't stop, yo. You gotta keep walking.
Yeah.
The moment you stop, it's over.
Well, I mean, I think that's what happened. Like their bodies, like they just eventually stopped at whether
just fell
exhaustion.
Yeah, frostbite.
Yeah.
Fuck, that's a fucked up way to go.
Hypothermia. They weren't dressed in coats.
Yeah.
Like they did, because again, they literally were just going to a fucking basketball game.
Yep. Damn.
This one is like the most insane.
I just fucking die on a fucking mountain.
Yeah. And the fact that they never found Gary Mathias's body. How far could he have gotten?
Right. Yeah, and that guy, that bully, the guy that said that said that he was trapped up there too. Didn't he say like he heard somebody like around his car or something, or making noise or some shit like that?
Yeah, he did say something about that.
Also, mountain people. There are like cave people. There are feral people.
True.
And the area around there, I was watching some of the theories. It was a big like drug area at the time.
Ooh.
Like, but I think it was like marijuana. Like before it was like it was being grown out there, and so I think like maybe they saw something they weren't supposed to. Maybe they got chased off the road by this like this town bully, and I think they were like really scared. Or if they weren't scared, then I'm like, what if the guy Gary, who's like schizophrenic, maybe paranoid, was like, we got to get
out the car. They're tailing us.
Yeah. Don't
that
make
makes
any
so
noise.
Much sense.
Wow. And I think they like literally died from being like scared.
Yes.
Oh my God.
They just over panicked.
That makes a lot of sense. Because, if he went off his medication, like I know his family said his dad made sure he took it every day. But if he went off his medication...
Or even if he wasn't off the medication, he just got triggered from being scared.
Yeah, I don't know how that works, honestly. But if he got paranoid and was like, guys, we have to survive. Like, we have to go out in the woods. We got to go. And he, like, talked him into it.
Oh, no. And then everybody just started dying around him.
Oh, and then he was trying to take care of Ted.
And he's probably like, we can't get back in the car. They know what type of car we had. All scared and fucked up and shit, bro.
Oh, that could
makes
totally
so much sense.
be
That
it.
makes the most sense.
That does make the most sense. Because, I've tried to think about it from so many different angles of, like, them getting lost, but... They wouldn't have taken, it's such a sharp turn.
Yeah.
If they know it's a straight line, it's like, just suddenly taking a sharp turn and then getting lost, like getting out of the car. They weren't that level of retard. Like, they could drive. They could do things on their own.
But
they
if they
stopped
saw
at the
something
store.
they weren't supposed to see.
They saw something they weren't supposed to see and
got
scared.
Chased. Yeah.
Well, and that's the other thing, too, in these weed farms and stuff. So my grandpa, that's what he did. He lived up in Humboldt County. And he would just help like take care of it. And it really is, especially back in the day, it's a big operation.
Oh, I'm sure.
They have guards with guns and shit.
Yeah.
Like, that's a very real thing.
Yeah.
That could have been enough, even seeing that, to scare the shit out of them and have them like take off into the...
Damn.
You solved it.
That's such
Caroline,
a dumbass... You did solve it. That's such a dumbass reason to die.
Yeah.
I mean, I was watching the YouTube videos on, and that was the theory.
Yeah.
They're like, the only thing I can think of is that they were chased or like something happened on the road. I think maybe, who knows if that bully was like, I think he was kind of a drunk or like, was lying about some shit. But it reminded me of, I was like, there was another case in Arkansas. It's like called Boys on the Tracks, and how there was also drugs in the area and how they saw something they weren't supposed to see. And then they like stayed like, I don't know, it was a very strange like circumstance of how they died. So I think it was like they start tracing it back, and the area was like pretty sus. But
wow,
I don't know. I don't know. I think it's
something
it's
had
so
to
weird.
scare them out into the middle of the wilderness.
Yeah,
because
they went. Yeah, they had no reason to drive over there.
No, they had a full tank of gas. They had a completely working car.
Yes.
There's no reason to then get out of the car and go walking in the snow when you're not dressed for it.
Damn.
Like you don't have anything. You're not ready to be in snow. And the crazy thing too is that Gary Mathias, he had Army training. He had military training. And I guess the food rations that were up there, you had to use like a special military can opener to open the cans.
Right.
And his shoes were there. So there are other theories that they met the bully and the bullies beat up Gary Mathias, killed him, and threw him over the bridge, and then drove the guys up.
Right.
That was another theory. But then it's like, why would they have his shoes?
Yeah, then why they kept his shoes?
Yeah, like
True.
that's silly. It doesn't make sense. And then who was taking care of Ted Weir in the cabin? Right. And so they thought it was, another theory is they thought Jack Hewitt made it to the cabin with Ted Weir, and then when he died, Jack Hewitt left, and then he died.
He died outside.
Outside. But it seems more likely that Gary Mathias was there in the cabin.
Yeah.
And then he took Ted's shoes because they were the bigger shoes.
Right.
And if he had frostbite, his feet were swollen and all messed up. But there was a whole other container of food that they didn't eat.
Yeah. Why wouldn't they eat it?
They didn't try to turn the propane on. Maybe that's something
that's
they
special
couldn't
needs.
figure out.
That could definitely be just special needs behavior. They just didn't know how to do certain things.
And like honestly, maybe I don't know if I'd know how to do that.
I wouldn't know how to do it.
Yeah. So that's something that...
You throw me in the wilderness, I'm definitely special needs. I don't know what the fuck to do. If you just drop me in the middle of the forest, I'm good as dead.
Have you ever seen that show Alone?
Yes.
Oh my God.
I could never.
No. And here's the crazy thing. It's basically who can outstarve the next person.
Yes, yep.
Because they're
all starving, they all get sick.
Yeah. They're not really surviving. Like, if you left them out there, they would die eventually.
Yes.
Because they never get enough food.
Yes, who's going to quit first?
Exactly. Yeah, that's pretty much what it is.
I'm not with none of that. I don't want to. That's why I like when people talk about like the end of the world, and they like, yeah, I built the fucking bomb shelter and the fucking. It's like, bro, what are you retarded?
You're not gonna survive.
You want to be one of the people that survives the bomb or the meteor or that's dumb as shit. You got to just run around this bitch by yourself.
Yeah, life's gonna suck.
What are you going to eat? No more supermarkets. What are you eating,
bro?
bruh?
And then think about that too. Like, I guess your entire day is just looking for stuff, but like, you can't watch any TV. That sucks.
No TV.
Nothing fun.
No fun. No sports. No pussy unless it's you and your wife.
And no porn.
No porn.
Nothing.
And then, hey, here's the thing. Even if it is you and your wife, she's not going to be in the mood. You know why? Because it's the end of the world, bitch. Your wife is not in the mood to be fucking at the end of the world.
She's like, honey, I have a headache. The world just ended.
Right, yes.
Come on.
She's not trying to do that.
God.
What the fuck is the point?
That's so funny.
Bomb shelters and shit. No. I don't want to be trapped in the fucking wood. I don't want to have to hunt for all my shit and all that. That's stupid.
It would only be worth it if your bomb shelter was cool as hell and you could live there for 80 years until you died.
Yes. If I had a bunch of TVs,
TVs, a pool maybe.
All the water, fucking
Yeah.
a bunch of canned goods, comfy beds.
A little room that you could have an indoor garden.
All right, now you got me
grow
thinking
lights.
maybe a bomb shelter is not a bad idea.
But it has to be able to be like Fallout, self-sufficient for generations. Like Fallout,
yes.
if you see the show.
Yeah, I don't
want
want to ever have to leave. Yeah.
Yeah.
If I have to leave, that's a problem.
Then that sucks. You don't want to live out there in the world. But then
No.
you're trapped in one space. So, like, it's a real...
You would still get tired of
You
being
would
in
get
there.
real fucking sick of being there.
Yeah, fuck that.
Yeah, that sounds like it would suck.
And these fucking... I mean, and that's what I'm saying. Like you said, most people wouldn't have survived
No.
being stuck where they were stuck.
No, I don't think that the fact that they didn't survive is weird. I just think the fact that they
were
ended up
there.
out there in the first place is bizarre.
That makes no sense.
And the fact that they never found Gary's body is really weird.
Yeah, where did he go?
Where did he go? Did he survive? But if he survived and he was on the run, he'd have no access to medication.
Yeah.
So and he already had a history of like a violent outbursts because of the schizophrenia. So he would have been picked up or arrested some way. Like something would have happened.
I mean, I'm sure there's a bunch of schizophrenic guys that have been arrested or are in prison now.
Yeah.
And they don't even know who the fuck they are.
Maybe. That'd be crazy.
He could have just been...
Just a John Doe.
Yep, a John Doe that's in prison for fucking, I don't know, choking some random person.
That's very possible.
That's
so
nuts.
Crazy.
Damn, I never thought about all the people that's locked up and they don't even know who they are. Like, they don't know their name.
Yeah, there has to be, because if they don't have identification on them.
You don't know who the fuck it is. It's just a guy.
I mean, think about bodies that they find that they never know who they are.
Yeah, exactly. So I'm sure it happens with prisoners.
Has to.
And then you lock this person
Look into
up.
that.
They don't have any loved ones, so they don't have bail money.
Yeah.
And he's just stuck.
I mean, isn't that a thing where if people die in prison and they have no one to claim their body or whatever, they just get buried in some kind of an unmarked
They got
grave or whatever?
yep. They got like unmarked prison graves.
That's wild.
That's fucked up. That's a fucked up way to go out.
Yeah. That would suck.
It would, but I guess maybe not because you dead already.
Well, yeah, I guess if you're dead, it doesn't matter. But it just sucks dying and as you're dying or about to die, just knowing that no one knows where you are, no one cares. Anyone that you loved is either long gone or you're just, damn.
Well, shit, if you ain't cope with that by the time you get ready to die, then you fucked up. Because, I mean, I would have think if you was in prison for 40, 50 years, and then you're like, damn, this is it. Nobody's ever going to be able to claim my body because nobody loves me. It's like, you should have thought of that fucking...
Before you ended up in prison?
Yeah, you should have been thought of that. You should have thought of that about 48 years ago, nigga, damn.
That's a good
It's been 50 years, now you just feeling it?
Before you strangled that guy, maybe you should have thought of this.
Yeah, like, damn, I need people to love me.
Yeah. Oh, man. I don't think I'll ever stop thinking about this one.
Yeah, I mean...
50 years.
Yeah, whenever there's, like, just an unsolved mystery. And then the thing that always makes me wary is whenever you're talking about adults and you say the word bully, adult bullies kill people.
Oh,
you see what I'm saying?
Well, apparently, when they were talking about this bully, supposedly he might have admitted to it or confessed to it. But no one ever did anything about it. Also, people were talking about how he did some crazy shit. Like, they saw him do some really fucked up, horrible stuff. So, like, he obviously didn't care.
And with 5 fucking special needs people.
You have to be a real piece of shit.
Yeah.
Oh, my God.
Back then, they would give those people hell.
That's so sad. What a strange idea of, like, hey, this person is helpless. Let me...
Yeah, I mean...
completely not just take advantage of that, but, like, fuck with them because they can't push
like,
back.
fuck with them and, like, do mean shit, like, hurt them. Like, that's fucking crazy. All right, well, I can say this. When I was in elementary school, I never did no shit like this, of course.
Well, that's good.
But there was this special needs kid named John. We were like, but he was huge. Like, he was a big kid. And we would, like, wrap our legs around him when he was walking down the steps.
Oh, he had that retard strength.
Yeah.
So you guys are like, yes.
But he used to hate it. He'd be like, hey, get off me. He'd be trying to, like, push your legs off him and shit.
All right. That, I'm going to go ahead and say that you guys weren't trying to torture him. You just thought it was cool because he was huge.
Yeah,
and
he
could take
used to
you
spaz.
down. Like,
yeah, and then we were just having fun as children.
Trying
to make somebody spaz.
A little different. I feel like as an adult, you can look back on that and be like, oh, that was fucked up because you don't understand boundaries necessarily as well as when you're a kid. But that's not the same as, like, let's just fuck with this special needs.
These people.
Yeah, like let's hunt this
crazy.
person.
No.
Or, like, fuck with these special needs kids just because we want to watch them hurt and they can't fight back.
Yes, that's super fucked up.
That's such a different thing.
Mm-hmm. I feel like bullies that live out in the wilderness play too hard.
Yeah.
You know? They like shooting things and throwing rocks. And
apparently, even the cops were scared of this guy.
Really?
Yeah. That he was that crazy in that range.
A guy like that, you all got to come together as a town and tie him up and take him somewhere and drop him off.
Or just tie him up and throw him. I'm over here. Never mind. Tie him up and throw him in the river. We're like, don't murder people. It's bad. But right. I feel like as a society, sometimes you have to come together. Yeah,
when
there's
just
fuck this guy.
Right. When there's one guy that the whole town is scared of, kill him.
Just get rid of him. Fuck this guy.
Get him out of here. You can't be here, bruh.
You can't live in society because you obviously don't know how to operate within the parameters of society. You dick.
Or you got to leave and never come back. If you come back, we're going to fucking kill you.
They should have
can't come back.
Drove him up into the mountains and sent him off into the snow.
And they'd be like, bro, this is where you live now. You are not allowed to be around anybody else. Because I feel like that happens in a lot of towns where there's like just this one guy or this one family that everybody's scared of. They're like, what the fuck?
There's more of you than there are of that person. Fuck that person.
Yes. Get them out of here.
Strength in numbers.
That's right.
That's what the government doesn't want us to realize right now.
That's true.
Because there's way more of us than there are of them.
Yep, and they got us scared.
Let's get a whole... That can be what this podcast is. We're actually secretly trying to get everyone to come together.
Oh, start a fucking revolution, yo.
Yeah. Yeah, stop taxing us so much.
It'd be easier to start a revolution if the government was actively bullying us to our face every day.
But they are, and we're just letting them do it.
They are, but it's still kind of subtle most of the time. So we just kind of deal with it. But if it was every day, like, I don't know, some government worker just fucking trips you and shoves you down the steps.
Would you like, fuck like, what the guy?
Fuck? I'm not taking this shit anymore.
I mean, that does kind of happen, though. People mysteriously disappear. If
they kill all types of people.
Yeah, all the time.
I think that's why everybody's scared. That's why it hasn't been a revolution, because when they started assassinating everybody in the 60s, niggas was like, all right, bro.
In the 60s, Clinton was doing it. The Clintons were doing it all throughout the fucking 90s and probably 80s.
That'll make you chill out. That'll make you be like, hey, you know what? I'm not doing anything.
Actually, life isn't too bad. This isn't so bad.
I'll just deal with it.
We have TVs. It's not that big of a deal, whatever.
You start trying to change shit, then boom. Next thing you know, you fucking missing in the woods.
Oh my God, what if these guys were trying to change things?
They could have.
What if they knew something that the rest of us didn't know?
They could have figured some shit out. They could have had some type of... been a part of some secret government shit. Who knows?
Either that or aliens.
Or aliens.
Yeah, I don't know. I'm still kind of going with your alien bully theory seems to...
I like alien bully theory.
Yeah.
I like alien theory because they do tend to just drop people off. Look at some of these abductions. People wake up anywhere.
Yeah, in like the middle of a field and stuff.
Yes, and they're like, how the fuck did I get here?
How did I get here? I love those stories though, and they're like, but he was also a raging alcoholic and would get blackout drunk all the time, and he's like, buddy. I don't know how I ended up here.
Yeah, or I like the ones where like they get abducted from their car on the highway and they wake up at home and then their car is still like on the highway somewhere. It's like, what, bruh?
That's pretty crazy.
How did they know where you lived?
They've been watching. They've been watching us. Well,
they have to.
No, I think honestly, if aliens are here, it's not that I don't believe they exist. 100% they do somewhere in the universe. But if they have made it here and they are here, 100% they're observing us.
Oh, for sure. Well, I mean,
we're archaic to them.
If aliens are here, then they were here before us.
Or that they're in the ocean, right? You've heard that theory before?
Ocean. Or just everywhere. And this thing is like we live in like an ant farm.
Yeah, I've heard that before, too, that we were put here to mine gold.
Yep, I could see some shit like that.
Yeah.
Which, I don't know. You know what? Either way, I'm all right with it. You can have fun while you do anything.
It's true.
You could be in an ant farm and have fun.
Well, I mean, at this point, they've forgotten about us because we're not mining gold for anyone anymore.
Well, no. Yeah, true. I mean, I doubt they would need gold if they could fly around the universe.
Maybe that's what they need it for. It's used for something that we haven't figured out yet.
The universe, true. They could.
I don't know.
It's possible.
Have either of you guys ever gotten lost in the woods or like hid from something?
I have briefly.
Thankfully, no.
Yeah.
Briefly. I've gone hiking and I've gotten lost for maybe 20 minutes at most.
That's not bad. That's a scary 20 minutes,
That's
though.
a long, scary 20 minutes. And then I'm just listening to hear if I can hear other people talking, and then I just start walking towards their voice.
I've heard stories of people who've gotten lost in like the lava fields in Hawaii and stuff, which always cracks me up. Like people have literally gotten lost there or like hiking, which cracks me up because I'm like, how? There's literally nowhere to get lost. Not only is it a small island, but the ocean is one way and the mountain is the other way.
Oh shit!
If you I don't know how the fuck you get lost there. That's really hard to do, but it does happen.
Yeah, I'm sure. I mean, shit. If you walking anywhere for too long and you don't recognize shit, then you lost.
I guess
you could be walking towards the right thing,
but you don't know.
You don't know because you've been walking for however long.
I guess that's why you gotta just keep walking.
You gotta keep. If you're lost, keep fucking walking. Don't stop walking. Keep walking for miles, for days. Keep walking. If you gotta crawl there, if you gotta drag your body there, bro.
And honestly, this just reaffirms why I bring snacks with me absolutely everywhere, and I'm not gonna stop.
That's smart.
Snacks everywhere.
Yeah, we should start packing like we might get lost at any time.
Yeah, you never know.
You never know. You could get lost in the forest, and then boom, peanut butter crackers. You see what I'm saying?
Oh, I love peanut butter crackers.
Hold you over for some hours.
Yeah. Yeah, high calorie stuff. Trail mix, peanut butter crackers.
So you can walk more.
Candy bars. Yeah.
You got to eat things that'll help you walk and walk.
Yeah, you just need energy.
And walk. Yes.
So easy energy too. You're going to need like carbs and sugar.
Yes.
Stuff like that.
And then you can walk that shit off and eat more of it and keep walking. The moment you stop, it's done. You stop in the cabin and you sit down in the cabin and you like, oh, I'm going to eat these rations that's in here. It's over. The search team's never going to find you because they're for sure not going to think you made it to the cabin. They're not going there.
No, they're like, there's no way they made it that far. They clearly didn't think about retard strength. I mean, obviously.
Yes, exactly.
They didn't realize how far they could get. That was another thing about the cabin. So they broke the window to get in, but then like didn't try to cover the window with anything.
It up.
Yeah, which is weird.
Yeah, I think they just didn't think about a lot of these things.
Yeah, I guess so. I guess when you're probably starving, hypothermic.
Yes.
Like your brain's not functioning.
And mentally disabled.
That's true. That's true.
You just breaking windows and laying on the floor. You ain't about to think about nothing else. You like, I'm gonna break this window and I'm laying right here.
I feel like it's nefarious circumstances that got them there.
Yes.
And then the bully probably left and thought, haha, I played a prank on them. Yep. And they were so scared that they just kept going.
Yep. And they fucking starved to death.
Yeah.
Yep.
And that's when they made the bad decisions.
Yes.
Instead of just being like, well, wait a minute and then go back to the car because he's not going to be here.
I can see that. Because if you're scared for your life.
Yeah.
And also with a childish, frail mind.
Yeah.
You are going to just keep running and keep running and keep running until you're lost in the wilderness.
I think it was, I can't remember which one of them it was because they went back and forth on all of them. But one of them was like, he was like 24 or 25. Mm-hmm. And they said he mentally was 16. Mm-hmm. He was still 16 years old. which is, 16-year-old kids are pretty competent, but they're also real dumb sometimes.
Yeah, true.
So
and
it's
you
like
talking about a 16-year-old back in, what year is this? 19 fucking...
Yeah, what was this, 1978?
70 some shit?
Yeah,
so
78.
Come on. That's a naive kid.
Yeah. Yeah, it's true. And especially if they were born special needs and they were raised probably pretty sheltered.
Oh, yeah, for sure.
And like when they went, these are all men in their 20s, and I think Gary Mathias might have been in his 30s maybe. But anyway, they stopped at the store and got chocolate milk and candy.
Yeah, like a child would.
Yeah, like that's...
Yeah.
I feel super called out right now because that's what I do. I'm like, we're on a road trip. Candy.
I think you could chalk this up to bully, fear.
Yeah, fear makes you do weird
bad
stuff.
Decisions.
Because I don't think listening to all the different theories, no one theory makes that. There's a whole.
Yeah,
there's
it
holes
has to
in
be.
every
Yes.
theory. It has to be a
multiple
combination.
things. Yes.
Yeah. I really think, what's crazy to me is that they didn't even interview the town bully. Like,
yeah, that's crazy.
I think it was 3 different counties working on this case. So no one.
And you don't pull this guy in one time?
Yeah. For questioning, especially with all the, even if they're just rumors and hearsay swirling around about this guy,
Yeah.
one of the friends admitting to it and being like, yeah, no, this thing happened. Like, wouldn't you even look into it?
At least bring him in for questioning and be like, bro, where were you on this night, bro?
He was in the hospital. He claimed to have like a heart attack on the side of the road and like I think did have a mild heart attack.
Oh, wow.
So he was in the hospital and I think they tried to question him. And apparently he was like sobbing like before the cops came in.
What?
And then like, kind of like cleaned himself up and like then did an interview. And I think he did do an interview, but the tapes are so hard to hear and really hard to translate. So I don't know if they really got anything out of it.
That sounds like a guilty man.
It's like something is sus. I don't know.
Something is sus.
Or like if he didn't do anything, like maybe he was covering up for, maybe he was up to no good himself and didn't want to get in trouble and just, like was trying to cover for himself. So I don't know, but he's dead now.
Right.
Yeah.
So it's like, oh, it's so annoying.
And
I don't know.
he didn't even have if it was him, he didn't even have the decency to give everybody a deathbed confession.
Yeah, right.
When you get to the end of your life.
Yeah, that's when you can say it. Like,
gotta
hey, just so
say
you
it.
guys know, those 5 fucking retards, bro. I
Just
did
like
that. I did that.
I did it.
It was me.
Like, give people, you're a piece of shit. Give people some fucking closure, please.
Just so right, so people can move on with their lives.
Like, God, yeah, this is still haunting. When they were interviewing the family members, like, grown men were crying, talking about it.
Yeah.
Like, this is 50 years later, and it's still haunting
Yeah, because
them.
that's fucked up. To think that your loved ones, like, starved to death, froze to death.
Yeah, it's horrible.
Like, in the wilderness. Like, yeah, that fucking sucks.
And this is going to remain, I don't believe for a second, there's still, by the way, this case is still open. They're still investigating
Oh, yeah,
this.
they're not going to figure this out.
Yeah, at the end of the Netflix episode, too, they were like, if you have any information, please call,
As
blah, blah,
always.
blah. And so they're still looking at, they're never going to find anything.
They're never going to figure this out.
This
a lot of
is
these people are dead now
50
or
years.
extremely old.
I mean, yeah, when they were interviewing the younger brothers who were like, and younger siblings who were kids when this happened, they're all like old now.
Old, yeah. They're not going to figure this out.
No, this is it.
Which is the crazy.
I mean, there are so many unsolved.
That's my favorite type of mystery.
I was going to say, I wouldn't mind going down the unsolved rabbit holes moving forward, too.
I love a good unsolved mystery. We can definitely do some more unsolved mysteries.
And you know what would be fun to do is ones that were unsolved, but then became solved because of internet people and shit. Those are fun because, like, that happens. Internet
That happens
sleuths,
a lot.
Mm-hmm.
That happens a lot.
Which is amazing, by the way, that people who are not detectives are
Yeah.
the ones
People just
solving
have time.
these cases.
People have time, and people get obsessed with things now.
Yeah.
And you see one documentary, you're like, I can figure this out.
They're like, I got this.
Yeah.
They have beautiful mind it.
Yeah, yep. Then you get thousands of people trying to figure out this one thing, and boom.
Yeah, there are message boards. People like communicate, meet up with
Yes.
each other to like go on. There was a guy who wrote a book about this, I think, and also worked on some of the documentaries, and he did interviews with this guy on YouTube about it, and he's dedicated huge portions of his life to it.
Yeah. I mean, that's the good thing about the internet. People always complain about it. That's the good part.
There's some good stuff about it for sure.
Yes.
That's awesome.
You can solve some crimes.
Yeah.
You can figure out who did some shit fucking 50 years ago.
And because this one is weird. A lot of the times when a crime is solved later on, it's because they find some DNA evidence or like something like that. But there's like they found the bodies.
Yeah, but they can't find anything.
They can't find anything. They weren't really murdered, even if they were like they weren't physically murdered.
Yeah, right.
So they died due to the elements, which makes sense for where they were at. It's more just how did they get there?
Yeah, how did they get there? Like what put them in that predicament?
And are they ever going to find Gary Mathias's body?
Right.
Like, how long does it take for bones to break down? You think they'll ever find his skeleton?
That's a good question. Probably about. I'm a guess. I say for bones to like turn to dust, 100 years.
100 years? Okay, that seems like.
Is that right?
It says several years to centuries for bones to completely decompose.
Wow.
Okay.
Yeah.
So they could theoretically find part of his skeleton, and
animals I feel like get to the remains, like they leave the bones most of the time.
Yeah, most animals leave the bones.
Yeah.
But how would they be able to know it's him? I guess dental records if his teeth are still there.
Yeah, dental records or maybe DNA with a family member or something.
Yeah,
DNA. Because his brother is still alive.
Mm-hmm.
So they could.
That's fucking crazy.
That's what I like. I don't think we're ever going to solve this, but I would like to see Gary's body found.
Yeah.
Or his remains,
Yeah, or if is it still like in that area? If they find it in that area, that'd be crazy. Because even though like, okay, he died here.
Because and that would at least tie it together of like, he was at the cabin, he did leave, and he died on his way wherever he was trying to go.
Right.
But what's crazy, again, he would be unmedicated for a long period of time at that point, so it's hard to know where his mind would be. But if he took off down in the same direction, they would have found his body already along the line of where they found everyone else's.
Exactly.
So he had to have taken off in a different direction if he did.
And if he really knew how to survive, he could have ended up anywhere.
He could have ended up anywhere. Maybe he did survive. I don't know.
Yeah.
I don't know. If he took Ted's shoes, maybe he took some canned food with him. But how did he stay warm?
That's the only thing. Yeah, there's no way he could have stayed warm.
No.
Yeah, you know what? He probably died somewhere up there. They just didn't find him.
They just never found him.
There's so much area to search.
That's true. I mean, think about like needle in a haystack. Much area.
Yes.
Like I get it. I think they should have checked the cabins. Like that should have been
for
first.
Sure.
Like it's 20 miles. So what? Go check.
Yeah, you got to check the cabins.
Just go check.
For sure.
Like I understand you're just combing areas, hoping.
But you're going to check like the landmarks.
Yeah.
You got to check the landmarks.
Exactly.
How do you not check the landmarks?
Especially in a place where, okay, it might be crazy that they got there, but obviously they got there.
Yeah.
If there is anywhere that is somewhere someone could find
That's the place that's where anybody would try to get to if you was lost out there.
Yes. I'd be like, oh my God, a cabin.
We got to check that place.
Saved.
Yes, we got to check that place first. Then we check all the trees and caves and shit like that.
Oh, yeah, caves. I didn't think about
Caves.
that. Caves would be...
What type of animals are up there? Bears?
Ooh, mountain
lions?
lions?
Mountain lions? Because one of them snatches a body, you might not ever find what they did with it.
Yeah, what if they took a body back to one of their caves or something?
So,
And then they were also getting covered with snow, I would imagine.
Getting snowed on.
So that makes it harder.
Yeah. So, yeah, any of them could have... They're lucky they found all the rest of them.
Was there anything about this case that stood out to you where you're like, this is super weird. This doesn't make any sense.
How there are times when I'm doing something in life that nobody knows, and I might be in an odd place. And if I went missing in that place, nobody would know why I was there or what was happening.
That's true, I guess, right? Because they're not you. They don't know.
They don't have a clue. I didn't even tell anybody. I just went and just did something. I've done it for people's podcasts before. It's times people have been like, yo, I live in fucking East Bumblefuck. You want to do my podcast? I'm like, hell yeah, I'll come do it.
You've done that before?
Crazy shit. I'm never doing it again.
I was going to say, that's something only a dude could do. And even then, sketchy as hell.
Yeah, I'm never doing that. When I first started comedy, I did it a lot. I would just pop up at random people's houses and do
You're like, yeah, sure, why not?
I'm never doing that again.
That's crazy.
Yeah, and if that person would have murdered me, people would have been like, yo, we found Naeem's car in this random-ass neighborhood.
And then what if your body was just missing in the car or you were missing?
Right. They're like, what the fuck is he even doing here? So that made me kind of made me think like, you gotta start telling people shit.
Right? Just a quick text.
Yeah, like,
Text-
yo, just
text
so you
your-
know.
Friend, whatever. Like, hey, I'm going here. I'm doing this.
Yep, just so you know, this is where I'm at, bruh.
Like, I do that. I text Nick when I get places. It's just like second nature.
You should.
I'm like, here, I'm here now. That's it.
Yeah,
Just so he knows where I'm at.
Yeah.
Like, it makes it.
That way, if you go missing, there now we have a timetable. Now we know, okay, boom. The last time Nick talked to Zia was at this time.
Was at this time, yeah.
So it must have happened between these hours and these hours.
Yep. Exactly. Well, and then not only that, it's like generally, and this is, I don't even think twice about this. I just tell him where I'm going and when I'm going to be there.
Right.
Like, I'm just like, hey, I'm going here, and I'm going here. So if I'm not in those places, then something's obviously fucking wrong.
Yes, exactly.
Yeah.
Exactly.
So, like, that's something to, I guess that's a nice thing about having a spouse, huh?
Yeah, somebody that fucking cares about where you going.
They know where you're at, hopefully.
Hell yeah. Somebody should always know where you are.
Yeah.
I mean, now I share my location with my kids,
Smart.
my ex-wife, and my youngest kid's mom.
See? That's nice.
Just so you know, we all share our location. Now everybody knows where everybody is.
How long before we start getting chipped as humans? We just have
Oh, yeah,
animals
that's
and
crazy.
chips put in us. It's gonna start happening.
Yeah, it's gonna happen.
It's gonna at least become a possibility.
Yeah, it's gonna happen soon. They're gonna put money on your chip. You can able just to scan your wrist so you can pay for things.
Yep.
That's gonna happen. Probably next 15 years.
You think so? 15 years? I could see that.
If not sooner, for sure.
Yeah.
They probably gonna put it inside your bone. So that way, if you
out.
go missing, they can just scan your chip that's inside of your fucking bone.
Dude.
That's crazy.
There was this one episode of Black Mirror. I forget exactly how it was, but they had something implanted in you where it recorded everything that you saw and everything.
Oh yeah, I saw that one.
Saw that episode?
And they could like replay their memories.
They can
and
replay
shit.
your memories, yeah. And I feel like that's gonna get to a point because we're already starting with like the Google Glass thing that did, but they're trying to bring that back.
Yeah.
It's only a matter of time before it's a contact, and then before it's implanted or
And
like
it's just
whatever it
recording
is.
all your shit. Yeah, I don't like that.
So that's
I like it for
safety purposes.
Yeah, for safety purposes. I don't like it for bad times.
Well, I mean, yeah, you don't want to look back on horrible times.
But that's what you would rewind all the time, bro.
Of course.
Most of your rewound memories would be horrible situations.
Yeah, because we love to pain shop as humans. We all do it.
Yes.
Like, what hurts us? Let's do that.
Yes, I want to see that exactly how it happened.
Yeah.
Yeah, no, I would hate that.
Well, you would get obsessive with it. But it's only a matter of time. But hey, if these guys had chips in them, they would have been able to find them.
They'd have been found.
I mean, find them.
Yeah,
I can say
yeah. If they had like glasses on or something, Google lenses.
Cell phones even.
If they had iPhones, they'd have been found immediately.
They would have been like, oh, search the location. Oh, here they are.
Yes, find my iPhone.
Damn.
Find these retards.
Turn into a game show.
Yeah,
Find these retards. I think this is one of those ones that's never going to be solved, and I'm never going to stop thinking about this, and I want to know where Gary is.
Yeah, you know what, man?
Wanna
Shout out to them. You know, hopefully one day, maybe like when you die, that's one of the secrets that God reveals to you is like
everything that's ever happened.
Yeah, hey, the 5 retards fucking beat each other to death. Got lost. And you're like, holy shit, for real?
You get up there and they're like, hey, we'll tell you anything that you want to know about.
Yeah.
You get one thing, and I'm like, okay.
This is what I need to know.
I need to know. There's going to be some other case we come across in future episodes. All right. This is one of those episodes that is literally going to haunt me because we don't have answers.
Yeah, there's no answers.
But we do have answers to Florida or fiction.
I did it, yo.
Love Florida or fiction.
Same.
Number 1 is Florida woman calls 911 over stolen weed and then is arrested for outstanding warrants.
Oh my God. That sounds so Florida.
That's real.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's real as fuck.
Yeah. So I guess Florida is, weed is illegal in Florida. So
why the hell would she dumbass calls the cops?
And it was like $5 to $10 worth of weed that was missing.
What?
She called and said, like, I guess some guy that she was with, like, left after they were hanging out. And she called the police because she didn't know what to do. She was missing her $5 baggie of weed.
I ain't gonna lie. I thought about it before. I thought about it.
Calling the cops if someone stole your weed?
Yeah, I remember I was like 16 years old and this kid sold me a bunch of oregano.
Oh.
Yeah. And I gave him like $25 and then I got home and I opened out and it was a bunch of oregano.
Oh.
And for like 2 seconds I was like, yo, I should call the fucking cops, yo. I'm like, fuck this.
$25 is a lot of money when you're a kid.
Yeah, when you 15, 16 years old, that's everything.
That's a lot of money.
I'm like, what the fuck? And you think you got a bunch of weed and you don't?
Wait, but hold on. You didn't look at it or smell it before you gave him the money?
Because he told me to meet him at the mall. And then he was rushing me like, yo, oh no, there goes security, I was like, oh shit.
That's
I heard me put it in my pocket. And then I walked off and then like I got on the bus, got home. And I smelled it like when I was on the bus, and I'm like, this shit don't smell right. And then I got home and I dumped it out, and I was like, yo, this is a fucking oregano, yo.
That's fucked up.
Yep, wanted to call the cops, but I didn't.
You're like, I'm going to turn this little shit in.
I'm telling, yep.
Well, but you know what the funny thing is? You probably wouldn't have gotten in trouble because you weren't actually in possession of any marijuana. Like, you didn't have any weed on you.
That's true. So I could have just said that he fucking finessed me. Like, yo, he robbed me out of my fucking money.
Yeah, something. You could have said something.
Mm-hmm.
This lady sounds like my fucking grandma. This is some shit my grandma would do. She'd have some warrants and she'd be like, stole $5. Yeah, stole $5 of weed from me. I'm like, all right, grandma, calm down.
We got another one?
Yes. So this one says, Florida couple caught stealing sand to build a backyard beach resort.
What? No, there's enough sand to go around in Florida.
Yeah. That one's fake.
It's fake.
Yeah, they got so much sand in Florida. You don't gotta steal it.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, you could probably go to the store and buy sand, right?
But I guess it's for free on the beach. I don't know, but then I think I don't know if that's. I should look that up to see if it's illegal to take.
You probably can't.
Yeah, you probably can't.
You cannot take sand from I'm almost sure.
Not in large quantities, right? Like, I'm sure they wouldn't say anything if you put sand in a jar.
Yeah, that's fine. Like, but if you're taking, like, sacks of sand, no.
I think
illegal.
There are certain beaches that they actually take sand and put them on the beach.
Yeah, I've seen that before.
Which is funny. I always thought that was weird.
That's crazy.
Interesting. All right, this last one is... Florida man gets a citation for his booty patrol truck.
I want that to be
a truck that says
bad.
Booty Patrol.
Yeah, I think that's real.
That's got to be real.
It's real. Yes. But I looked it up because I thought it was just like, a regular car that says has a bumper sticker that says Booty Patrol. But the car looks like a Border Patrol truck.
Oh, but it says Booty
Patrol. So they're like,
shit.
Get back here.
Yeah.
So they got that guy.
Oh.
Damn.
It's like kind of a prank that went too far, but
because they could turn to kidnapping women.
Or impersonating,
impersonating
an
ICE.
Officer. Yeah, ICE.
Now you sex trafficking.
Yeah.
Exactly.
So, risque.
Some poor Spanish girl who's got a fantastic ass doesn't speak English. She's just like, oh no.
That's a good prank, but damn, bro, you gotta be more careful.
You gotta be more careful.
Mm-hmm.
Shit.
3 I have.
All right, so we got some last words.
Some famous last words. Okay. So this one is said by James Donald French. So he was a convicted murderer and the last criminal to ever be executed under the death penalty in Oklahoma.
Damn.
He was incarcerated for killing a cellmate. Oh no, he was already incarcerated, and then once he killed a cellmate, he was sentenced to death by electrocution.
Damn.
That got him the death sentence?
I guess. I
mean,
just
killing another inmate?
That's crazy.
I always thought death sentence was like worst of the worst. Like, you killed a family, you killed some kids.
But you know what? He probably did a bunch of other shit before
on top of that, yeah.
Yeah. So maybe this was the last straw.
Yeah, they were like, this is it, bro.
So in the death chamber, he shouted these words to the members of the press who were there to witness his execution. He said, "How's this for your headline? French fries."
Yeah.
Because his last name is French. So
nice. Oh, he was a fucking piece of shit. He was evil.
Yeah.
To make a joke like that on the way out, yes.
Holy shit, good for that guy.
Yeah, I like
mean,
that.
honestly, that's a great
He dealt
one.
with all his demons, yo. I like that.
He went out swinging.
Yeah, that's how you do it, yo.
French fry, and that's like such a cheesy but amazing joke.
But that he's so not taking death seriously, I love that.
I bet you they use that in the papers too the next day. They're like, yeah, it's pretty good. Can I steal this?
Yeah, that's a great headline. French fries.
That's a good one.
He wrote his own headline. That's nice.
Genius.
Yeah, that's how you do it.
Yeah, you always hope your last word. They've got to either be clever, love, like just something good.
Yes, that's how you go out. If you're ever getting murdered, make sure that you say some funny shit so that the murderer's laughing as he kills you.
Yeah.
As he kills you, you want him to be like, you're a good guy. Sorry about this.
Sorry about
That's what you
this.
want. You want him to be apologizing as he's murdering.
Your last words haunt him. He's like,
yes.
oh man, I can't believe I killed someone so cool and funny.
Yes, you are
What the
so
fuck?
cool. I'm sorry we had to meet under these circumstances.
We could have been friends in a different life.
That's what you want.
You could change his whole life around after that.
Mm-hmm.
Yep. Hell yes.
That's right.
Well, this has been another episode of True Dat.
Another episode of True Dat in the books.
Yes. Okay. Make sure you leave a comment. It helps out with the algorithm for sure. Subscribe.
Tell your friends about it.
Yes. Tell them that we've somehow found a way with Naeem to make murder funny.
Yes, we did it. Mm-hmm. Now you can laugh at all things.
Yeah. I agree. Mm-hmm.
Naeem,
where can everybody find you?
Find me on Instagram at Naeem2_Ali. Same thing on Twitter, Facebook, all the things. That's where I post all my shows. I have a LinkedIn on there. No, not LinkedIn. Linktree. Linktree with all my shows and stuff on there. So catch me there, y'all.
Yes. Same. I got a Linktree on my Instagram and my Twitter that takes you to pretty much all the links. But the most important ones are YouTube and OnlyFans. It's XIALAND. If you want to follow me on Instagram or Twitter, it's XIA_LAND. Zialand, that's where you can find all the stuff. Thank you guys for watching. We're going to be back with more murder and crime. Bye.
True that, true that.